Cage Warriors 102 is going down, and I'm joined by Brad Wheeler, mate. You've got a fun. Do you know what? This fight, you got two reputable British dudes going at it. I'm looking forward to this, man. You must have been kind of pleased when you got this name on your opponent for him, Mr. John Maguire.
Yeah, I've wanted this fight for a long time because it was supposed to happen back at Cage Warriors 74,
Yeah,
and then it didn't happen. And I think I done a whole camp for Maguire. Do you know what I mean? So I did like a proper 10-week camp, like everything specifically for Maguire, and I never got to initiate do the fight. Do you know what I mean?
oh,
And
gutted.
yeah, so I was like all that prep, everything that everyone the game plan, everything, and I never got to show it. And the fight come up in the talks a few times, and then it never happened. Like we was gonna headline Rock, but then it clashed with Cage Warriors. So then I fought on Cage Warriors, and then we was gonna be on the Colchester one, and it didn't happen. And then but now finally it's on. Finally, 5 years later. But it's flew by 5 years.
Yeah, that's crazy, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I won't lie. Is it just because he's someone you'd like to showcase yourself? You think it'd be a good matchup, or is it beef, or what's the reason?
No, there's no beef at all. I've got a lot of respect for John. You know, when I started fighting pro, he was already an established fighter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just yeah, I got not a bad word to say about him. He's a proper nice guy, and I always got time for him at every event I see him at. We always have a chat and that. Do you know what I mean? I just think stylistically it's a good fight. Reputation-wise, his style, my style. I think it's the people's main event. You know, there's a middleweight title fight. You know, but everyone's come to see me and John.
Man, I can't wait for it, man. Yeah, because obviously you've been working on your jits. John loves his jits as well. So just on that perspective alone, I was like, man, that's going to be fun. Have you guys not crossed paths on the grappling scene at all?
No, we haven't.
What?
You know, I've trained with a couple of his teammates, and do you know what I mean? But we've never actually. It might be maybe that reason. You know, potentially the fight could happen. So you kind of maybe avoid each other on the mats. I don't know. No, we just never crossed paths training wise. But yeah, like I said, I always bump into him at shows and that, and we always have a chat and that. You know, so yeah,
he is a good egg.
I said, there's no beef, but you know, stylistically, it's a good matchup for the. I think he's excited for it. I'm excited for it. You know, it was meant to happen before. Now it's happening. You know, I think everyone's gonna be in for a treat.
Yeah, it's good, man. I've rolled with John. When did I do it? UFC Belfast. I rolled with him. That was when we were rolling because he was there cornering James Krause. That was it because he was getting ready. Because he was getting ready for his KSW fight, and he was still wanting to work out. So I went up and done some rolling with him. Just watch your neck. That's all I'd say. I might let him. I helped him out, obviously. You know, let him get a couple of chokes on because I'm such a nice guy. But you know, it's just what you do when you're helping guys out. You know, give him a confidence boost.
Yeah.
But let's quickly go back to the Nathan Jones fight. Third round. You had his back. It was body triangle. It was right there. It was in grasp. I mean, how annoying. How annoying must that be?
Oh, I don't know. I messed up completely. The camp, everything. I used to train. Me and Nathan, we trained together quite a bit before, and I think maybe I got a bit complacent in camp. You know, I don't want to make excuses for the loss. You know, I think if we fought 9 times out of 10, I'd win more times. If we fought 10 times, I think I'd win more times.
Yeah.
You know, he prepared better than I did. I didn't take the fight as seriously as I should have. You know, and it showed on the night. You know, I didn't perform like I should have done, and Nathan did. You know, he done. You know, he prepared properly and he got the win. You know, and I tried, but I just didn't. I was just too tired come the third. I do think if I, you know, it's done now. You know, Nathan got the win. You know, well done to him. You know, he executed a good game plan, and he beat me. But I do think, you know, if I'd been a bit more prepared, but I don't know what was. I was just having a bit of weirdness outside the cage. You know what I mean? I was a bit all over the place, and you know, I didn't train like I should have done. But you know, I take nothing away from Nathan. He beat me. You know, I took the fight. I trained. You know, and I thought I didn't perform. That's not me, you know.
So
But
the fight itself, though, you're starting to get used to the welterweight division. Let's say you're starting to get that welterweight body. You're starting to feel more comfortable. Good 3 rounds though as a welterweight against a big welterweight. How did you feel with that? Because obviously it was man. I was surprised by how much grappling there was. I thought it would have been a little bit more, a bit more back and throw on the feet, but
yeah,
that caught me off.
Watching it back now, I had more success on the feet. I think I should have just kept the fight on the feet.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I'm confident in my grappling. Do you know what I mean? I think I nearly did catch him in the choke in the third. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's done now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I lost. He won. Well done, Nathan.
How did you feel though with that? Cause it being obviously his size and stuff, strength wise.
Like I said, I don't want to make excuses, but I messed up a lot of things. Like after the weigh-in, I started my reload properly.
Yeah.
And then I had a bit of crap food, and then it was kind of spiraled out a bit, and then I pigged out, and then come fight day, like I look ballooned up, I look slow, I look sluggish, I look sloppy, and it's my own fault, I should have. I don't know why I didn't refuel properly. I don't know. I guess when you've been dieting and not having much, and then you get off them scales, you just think, I can have what I want now. But the diet's not over until the fight's over. So
yeah, it's crazy because you've depleted your body from the naughty treats.
I think the first bit of sugar I had just set me off, and
it is terrible, isn't it? And what did I do? Coconut water and some fruit juice after weigh-ins when I cut weight. So I try to get myself that sugar fix, but I know what you mean. You still want it, don't you? You're still craving a bit of shit.
Like I said, I was doing everything right. I got like a rehydration method. I used the IV a lot, but I try to just do it all naturally now. Because obviously in the UFC and stuff like that, it's all banned. So you think, well, just try and do it like everyone else is doing it. And I got like a written out method with BCAAs and coconut, and everything. I was following it. I was doing everything right until we got to the food bit. The food bit, you meant to have like 500 calories every 2 hours. Don't pig out. Little and often, because your body's like, if you just whack a load of food into your body don't know what to do with it, so it just holds on to it.
Yeah.
And that's what ended up happening. Like I said, I started off first few hours after the weigh-in was all right. But obviously, I drove to Colchester, and then I drove back from Colchester, and then when I got in, I thought, I fancy this. When I had that, and that was it. And from then until I went to bed, I didn't stop eating.
Oh, killer.
And then I think in my head as well, like, I was a big lightweight, and I feel like once I make the weight, I try and get big as I can. Yeah. But I come back in much heavier than what I cut from. So I was thinking, like, my body's not used to being that heavy. Do you know what I mean? If I was in camp training at this weight before I cut, and then I'm come back in a couple of kilos heavier than that, it's just extra weight that I don't need. Yeah. You don't need to be the bigger guy. It's a fight. You need to perform.
Yeah, I think someone like Rafael dos Anjos is a good example. 155, 170, and he's not the bigger guy now when he's in 170. He's and he performed. Donald Cerrone, another example. If you look at the higher end guys, they went 155, 170, and you can perform. Jose Masvidal. The list kind of grows with the guys 155 to 170.
The guys that good. When you turn up in the gym and you train, you're not cutting weight. You just go in and that's why this fight's catch weight. Also, like from doing.
That's all good.
That's all right. You can still see me, I think.
It's romantic.
There you go. This fight, I asked for it. I'll be honest. I originally asked for it at middleweight. I thought, you know what, I felt like my kidneys from like just weight cuts after weight cuts and just. Like they just messed up. Yeah. I think the fight that really hurt him was when I tried to make lightweight for Clist. I got down to about 72.5, and my body just stopped sweating. And I was trying to push through it to try and make the weight, and I just done more damage than good. And my kidneys never been really the same since then. And then the next time I tried to make 55, I made 73, and then I started getting kidney pains again. So I stopped cutting, and then that's why I ended up moving up to welterweight. And I don't know, just doing massive weight cuts and then not refueling properly. You can look wicked in the gym, and then you can mess it all up because of the weight cut. And I thought, you know what, like if we turned up to the gym to spar with each other or whatever. You just turn up as you are and we crack on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think like, well, like it's just a fight. It's not like it's a title or anything. Like why kill ourselves? Well, I can make 77. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like John probably don't want to cut weight. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to cut weight.
Yeah.
Just let's just fight at wherever we're at. But then they come back to me and said, 175, and I was like, all right, cool. Like obviously I said 185, so they wouldn't have to cut. I would probably come in. I would have come in under if it was 185.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and you know, but you know, 170, 175. Like I was just because I thought like out of all my opponents, he'd be the sort of opponent that would agree with like. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
No one like you know yourself. No one likes cutting weight. You know what I mean? And also, I think both being fresher will put on a better fight.
Yeah. I'm never doing 170.
Well,
again.
and sorry, and as well with the weight thing, that was why the first fight got cancelled because. All right, John made 155.
Yeah,
but the cut ruined him, and he wasn't medically cleared to fight on fight day. You know.
Yeah, he said himself. Yeah, I remember speaking to him about that, like about weight being 155. He said never ever. Even if I was to get back in the UFC, I'd never do 155. No one can make me get down there again.
Yeah,
it was just he said, kill yourself.
And exactly, like, and you know, just in me, I didn't want to have deja vu, and like I know now he's fighting at 170, and he's never had that problem again. But you know, I just don't want it to happen. I want the fight to happen, so that's why I thought, like, you know, catch weight, middleweight, whatever weight, like I just want to fight.
Yeah, he's a reasonable guy like that, you know, and I think the pair of you, because you're kind of on that same wavelength, you know, you just want to have the fight.
Yeah,
you know, it's not about the weight; it's just about the fight.
I think KJ Nooms and Sam Stout did it. I think they were scheduled to fight 155, and then on fight week they was like, "Oh, look, should we just do 170?" Do you know what I mean? Because who wants to cut weight? It's not fun. It's horrible.
and it was a good scrap. It was a good fun scrap.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we want to see. I was going to say, obviously after your last bout, and obviously you work with Rob, Mind Sport. So how's the work going with him? How do you find the relationship with him?
Has my camera gone off? Someone's calling me.
Oh, it has, yeah. It's paused.
Yeah, hold on 1 sec. So someone's calling. I can still talk. You can still hear me, can't you?
Mr. Popular, that's what it is, folks. Just
like I said, everyone wants the tickets. You know, it's Friday. Like,
yeah.
I told everyone, look, right, I'm about after 4. Like, most people are working. I mean, so then I'm driving around, dropping off tickets everywhere. Like, so what was the question?
So I was going to say working with Rob, Mind Sport Consultant.
Yeah, I've been working with Rob since 2014.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's a great guy. He's an awesome dude.
We just had a chat yesterday, actually, and just a couple of little things and going over and that, and I'm super confident. I really can't wait for this fight. I changed my life for this camp. I've literally just dedicated myself to the gym for the last 2 months. I've had no social life. I'm just live, eat, sleep, breathe, training. That's all I've done. I'm like, we could have done 170. I'm gonna make weight easy. Like,
I was gonna say, so
I'm lighter now than I was before I cut for Nathan.
Wow.
So, and that was at 170. This is 175.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like quite a bit lighter as well, like compared to what I was the start of fight week before I water loaded to what I am now. I'll probably be able to have breakfast and everything on fight morning, weigh morning.
So does that then incentivize you for, like, not just after this bout, to be in that kind of way next time? So you think, maybe I could do that. I can do this. I know I can do that again. I can be this light next time. I have a fight at 170. I can do that over and over again. Yeah.
Well, do you know what? It's like with the weight and that. It's when I used to fight 155. I needed at least 12 weeks or 10 weeks to train for the fight. I had, because I wasn't going to make weight. I couldn't. The only time, if I took a short notice fight, I had to do 170 because I can't make 155. Well, I can't make it at all now. But I just think I'm just physically too big. I've been fighting since I was 17. I'm 28 now. You know, I've grown into my body. I can't. I'll probably like a 165 weight class would probably suit me. But again, I don't like cutting weight. I just stick at 170 or whatever. Like, you know, and now I'm just light. It's just yeah, it's just nice. But obviously after Christmas I was heavy, but
Yeah, we
I,
all
I,
were.
surprisingly it come off pretty quick. To be fair, about the first month I dropped a lot, and then it started coming off bit by bit afterwards.
You were doing stuff over Christmas, helping homeless and stuff. What was going on with that? Well, how did you? Is that something you in the gym did, or what was going on with that?
Yeah, like I just said, like after I don't know, I was in a bit of a weird place, and I just sorted myself out a bit, and just wanted to give back, do things differently. Like just a reflection of myself, and and a couple of from my boxing gym, them and another gym were teaming up to do it, and they asked me, "Oh, do you want to come along and do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool, I'll do it." I'd rather go do that on a Saturday, do
Yeah,
something useful than just go out on the lash or something. Like, do you know what
yeah,
I mean? Like,
yeah.
so.
And
Uh,
what was your experience like doing that kind of thing?
it was nice, you take what you got for granted. Sometimes you think your life's bad and this and that and all that, and then if you think, "Oh, actually no, my life's fine." You know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah,
making big issues out of nothing, and
yeah,
so it was nice to give back, and you actually see how like happy they were to like be receiving stuff and being given stuff, and how much they appreciated it, and anything like, well, it means more to you than it does to me. Like give away some clothes, give them some food. And that. It was just not a nice gesture. Do you know what I mean? To just
yeah, yeah, definitely.
to do that, and at least I felt like I'd done something useful with my weekend that weekend, rather than just like be out and about like usual. Like I said to you, I've literally changed my life these last few months. I've put the crazy kid away.
You save him for fight day. That's what you do. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
exactly. I've locked him away. And March the 2nd, I'm letting him back out. So.
And it's going to be like you say, BT Sport. You've got um, UFC Fight Pass, so it's people can watch it. That's what I love about it. Like I get access to it. That's what I'm so happy about these
Yeah,
Cage Warriors deals they've got,
Cage
man.
Warriors nowadays, the coverage is
It's,
ridiculous. You
oh
can
yeah,
just you can get it once the event's done. You can get the footage up. Like
yeah,
it's like really mainstream. Like everyone knows Cage Warriors. It's probably like obviously outside the UFC, like the best promotion to be on. Really, like do you know what I mean? It's like everyone knows it. So many fighters have gone from Cage Warriors to the UFC. Like it's like a really established promotion, and I've been with them since 2011. And watched it just grow and grow and grow and grow from strength to strength. It's just got better and bigger and better.
it does. Yeah, every year. See now that obviously now they're back full time, so to speak. Since a couple of years back, it's just crazy the way it's just expanded and grown. It's absolutely nuts, isn't it, man? I can't believe how quickly they've grown. I remember speaking to Graham. UFC Glasgow, not the one we just had, the one before, the first ever UFC Glasgow. I remember speaking to him saying, "When the hell are you get it back on?" He told me, "Yeah, we've got stuff coming, big plans, all this." I didn't think it was going to be this big.
Yeah.
It's good, man. It's great, and obviously they're getting all the fighters. Obviously, John Maguire, yourself are fighting on there, and obviously they've got a stacked card, man. It's some good fights. Like that Webb Robertson fight is going to be a cracker, you know.
The whole card's a good card.
Yeah,
I'm kind of glad that I can get in and out and watch the rest of the event.
yeah,
Well, actually, I don't know. John said about going for a burger and shooting over to Rock afterwards. I got a guy
and
fighting
a
on Rock.
donut. He'll want a
He's got
donut.
guys fighting on Rock. Maybe if he's driving up there, I'll jump in the car with him. I'll grab a donut, a burger, whatever. And we'll go up to there. I can, like we said, I can watch Cage Warriors the next day. It'd be online somewhere. Like,
Yeah, be online. Hey, look, that's the kind of guy, John. He likes coffee and donuts. That is what he loves.
oh, sorry, my thing's gone off again.
Oh, look, it's
Mr.
people.
Popular, innit?
Oh yeah, yeah. My phone's the same, obviously, but I'll just put it on side. I'll put it down out the way. Women. But I'll let you get going, mate, because I know you're a busy man. Before I let you shoot off, though, give a mention, a shout out to your sponsors, which are key.
Well, I haven't even asked for any this fight or approached anyone or anything. I've just stuck with, who's always been there for me, through all the ups and the downs. Sponsors, when you're winning, they love you. You
Yeah,
lose a couple, and no one cares about you. And so, just my gym's MMA Clinic, my boxing gym, 5-star. Obviously, Rob's always been there. Just intensity, like Graham, Ian, all Cage Warriors, like just everyone that's always been with me through the ups and the downs, all my friends, all my family, everyone that always supports me, I've, like I said, I've changed a lot and I'm feeling the best I've ever felt, and it's going to show March 2nd, you know. So, you know, thank you for everyone that's always followed me and supported me.
And I can't wait, mate. I can't wait for this fight. I was buzzing when I saw it announced, and I can't wait to see it go down, man. I'll be sat at home, perched up, cup of tea in my hand, ready to watch the violence. I can't wait.
Thanks. Cheers.